I often find myself questioning, am I doing enough? Am I accomplishing enough? Am I doing enough for my family? Am I trying my best? And it is never a resounding yes. I feel like I'm always lacking in one aspect or the other, and honestly, it scares the shit out of me. Because as humans, we want to achieve more goals. We want to be fitter, we want to travel more, and we want to spend more quality time with our families. But I just feel like I don't have the time to do it all. And it's crazy because our ancestors didn't have half the resources that we do. In those times, no one could have ever imagined that you'd be able to buy processed food instead of going hunting, and that you'd be able to hop on an airplane and get from one place to the another in a matter of a few hours. Distances that usually used to take days or months. And I get it that life is a lot more fast paced now. We aren't exactly living in Stone Age, and all of us are always looking for ways to be more productive. We want to be able to do more with our time. And I also used to have this sort of a romanticization with being more productive through the day. And I think that's because as humans, we're always chasing our goals, and that's because we fear getting left behind. And this fear makes us want to push more, makes us want to be more fitter, makes us want to travel more, makes us want to set even bigger goals for ourselves and look for ways to be more productive and get more done throughout the day. And honestly, it's quite sad because we are all in this ongoing rat race, and we feel like there's no time to rest because resting means getting left behind. And we push ourselves even harder. We read more books than ever, we travel more than we ever used to. We look for ways to be more productive, chase bigger goals, and in all this, we somehow forget to be present in the moment. Since we were kids, we were taught to, get good grades, get ahead of everyone, get into a good college, get a good degree, get good grades again, get a good job. And then when you have a job, get a promotion, get married, have kids, and then travel the world. I mean, where does this stop? And with social media being such a huge part of our lives, we often find ourselves comparing our life to someone's highlight reel on social media, which is honestly so curated that even Barbie would have a inferiority complex. And then feeling like you need to do something. Maybe slather your face with makeup, get lip injections, or even Botox, or even surgeries to be able to fit into the society's standards of beauty, which are honestly so arbitrary that they keep changing. You see, all these realizations, they only seem to make sense in retrospection, and by then it's usually too late. And then you wonder, did you really even want that kind of a life? Did you even want to get that engineering degree? Or did you even want to do the MBA that you felt like you had to do because everyone was doing that? Did you just get swept in the flow that is called life? And did you get stuck in that rat race somewhere? I mean, how often do we take a pause and choose to live with intent? How often are we intentional about the things that we want from our life? And the same goes for our joy and happiness, because we have wrapped our heads around what happiness feels like. We've wrapped our heads around what society has defined success to be. And we keep telling ourselves that if I do this, then I'll be happy. If I get good grades, then I'll be happy. Or if I travel, then I'll be happy. If I buy that particular handbag, then I'll be happy. If I get slimmer, then I'll be happy. We make it seem like happiness has to be conditional and that you have to reach somewhere to be happy with. And the funny thing is that this conditional happiness is a paradox, because once you achieve those goals, once you get to a point in your life and you're truly happy for, let's say, a few moments or a few days even, but for how long? How long before you set even bigger goals for yourself? How long before you're chasing after something else? And how long before your happiness depends on something else that you don't currently have? Now, what you need to understand is that I do not have it all figured out. I do not have all the solutions. I am just trying to share what I have learned and what I think makes a big difference in my life. You see, your life is happening in front of your eyes right now. Now, wrap your head around that. And once you do that, you'll find yourself not waiting for your life to be perfect, because it already is. And you'll realize that to experience joy, to laugh, to dance, and to love with your whole heart, you do not have to wait. So stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for your life to be perfect. Stop waiting to fall in love with someone. Stop waiting for you to reach your goals. Take a moment, just relax, breathe, and enjoy the present. Also, I think as humans, we need to understand that being left behind isn't all that bad. I mean, imagine that you're going on a road trip and you are supposed to take the highway and you are supposed to reach your place at 2 p.m. But instead, you decided to take the scenic route and you decided that you want to take a detour. Or maybe on your lunch break, you met someone and they had some really interesting stories to share, and you spent hours talking to them. And you reached your destination at 6 p.m. instead of 2. So you beat yourself up because you were supposed to reach at 2, but you forget all the experiences you've had, the beautiful things that you saw along the way. Now you need to ask yourself, was reaching at the same place at 6 p.m. really that bad? And similar thing goes for life as well. Taking these moments and enjoying your life and taking a pause every once in a while is sometimes, or in fact, most of the times, better. Another thing that puts things into perspective is trying to figure out what kind of life do you want. I mean, before you even compare your life to somebody else's life, and ask yourself what your priorities are. Do you even want to get married? Do you want kids? Do you want a big beach house, or would you rather be traveling full time? What it is that you want out of your life, and then chase after those goals instead of chasing somebody else's goals. And lastly, the thing that has helped me the most is writing in a gratitude journal. When you focus on things that you already have and you express your gratitude for the things you already have, you shift your mindset from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, and will allow you to focus on and to be thankful for the things that are already present in your life. And with time, you'll be able to realize that you probably already have all the things that you need, that you truly need to be happy. These are all the things that I wanted to share, and I'll see you next week.